At least it's not bleeding this time. I didn't cut myself like I did a few weeks ago. But the amount of times I'm crashing during my run is more than Tiger Woods crashing his car. Shout out to Tiger. So after that run, I think I know why I have hip flexor pain. I need to learn how to pick my damn feet up. So, yes, I took another tumble and crashed during my run yesterday that you saw in that video. And it was in that strip mall shopping area district that you saw there. Right where you saw some clips there, it happened right before. There's a Kroger in that area. I was running through that parking lot. I had it right after a gel, and I was going to throw it in this trash can, but I was grabbing my handheld water bottle. I was about to unzip the pocket and make sure if I had it back up, because I was getting tired at that point. Had another gel, and I stubbed my toe, took another tumble, crashed on the ground. But at least I wasn't bleeding this time, so there's a plus there. I hit a speed bump, and that speed bump was not there before I was in that area. I think I just need to learn how to pick my damn feet up. So we'll work on that. So anyway, that was my run yesterday. That was my second run since I suffered my hip flexor pain last Sunday on Easter. And I'll just go from the beginning of the week. So I went back on the cycling machine and went on Swift. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I actually had a really good time being on Swift. A lot of challenges, ranking up my levels. I haven't been on that thing in over 2 years, and it was good to be back on there. I did an easy test run, 5 miles on Thursday. Felt a little awkward. It's definitely still some pressure. Like every time you took a step, the upper thigh, TFL muscle down to sometimes it outside the knee where usually you get that IT band pain, except it's not. It was there, but it gradually got a little better towards the end. And then Friday, no, excuse me. I did that run Friday. Saturday, I just did another bike for an hour, just easy. And then yesterday, I was going to do just 6 miles, but for whatever reason, I got up, I woke up. I felt good. My leg felt good. Like usually the past few days, every time I wake up, or anytime I sit down for that matter, once I get up, I just get a huge pressure in my upper quad and thigh. And it takes a little while to get warmed up and it'll be fine. But when I woke up Sunday morning, it felt really like nothing. Like I'm not even injured. So I'm like, okay, let's see how the run goes. And if it's bad, I'll cut it short. So started the run. It was rainy, a little breezy, not as bad as Easter 2 Sundays ago, but it was in the mid 40s. I went with the 1080s New Balance just because of higher cushions, just kind of take some of that load off. And the first 3 miles was a little tough, but I could tell if I just keep staying the pace. I wanted to go 9 miles per hour, or 9 minute mile per hour, I should say. But for whatever reason, when I was running slow, I just felt like I was dragging my feet and just did not feel comfortable. So I'm just going to go what my body is telling me, what my legs are telling me. I'm not trying to push it. I just want to see where this is at. And I stayed around the 8:30, 8:35, maybe even 8:25, depending on the wind gust. And it was really improving a lot. So the first, I'd say 3 to 5 miles, it was rainy, it was a little breezy, then it stopped. Then the sun started to rise when I went through the courthouse park. Things started to pick up. Went to State Street in the shopping area, district area. That's where I cut through to the parking lot over at Kroger, and I stubbed my toe on the speed bump and down I went. Which is funny because during that first, I'd say that was about 7 miles into that. During those first 7 miles, like it got better, but I was still feeling that little slight pressure on that leg. And after I took that tumble, it almost went away. It was crazy. So I just continued my run and made my way back to the car. I would say the last mile was probably the best I felt. It was just something I knew once I get it warmed up, it's going to be good. So I finished my run and had my breakfast, sat down, did some foam rolling, and then like the after effects came into play. A lot of pressure, just like no movement in the area, blood flow in the area. It's just like something is pressing down on your quad. It's like a giant brick. Maybe that's the best way to describe it. And this is the same exact injury I had 2 years ago, but it was on my right quad. I will say this, that it's definitely improving a lot better than it did 2 years ago, because 2 years ago, it was a complete tear. Well, not complete tear, but it was a slight tear that kept me out. This is just being overused. And it's definitely making bigger progress. 2 years ago, I was out for, I want to say 2.5 months. And yeah, 2.5 months. This one's already, I would say, 30% better than it was last Sunday or 2 Sundays ago on Easter. So we're definitely making progress. I think going forward, I'm going to continue working those exercises. I'm doing a lot of hip thrusts, hip exercises, glute activations. I'm going to go back to doing more resistant band workout. And I'm going to make a video on that, on how I'm doing those. And I think I'm going to continue on the bike. Maybe tomorrow I'll just do a bike. If the run was going to go well yesterday, I was going to do another run tomorrow. But I think just to be safe, I'm just going to go back on the bike and maybe Wednesday go try for another test run, just see where it's at. And we'll go from there. So maybe 3 runs this week, maximum 4. Let's see how it goes. I'm not trying to push anything, prove anything, because there's no spectators. Nobody's watching me at 6 in the morning. I'm waiting till May 17th. And that's the reality of the sport. In any sport, like there's always that risk that you're going to get injured. You might have to be sidelined. You might have to dial back a little bit. Nobody can avoid injury. It's part of the game. So I finally came to that point where back then, when I was just starting out, like, oh man, this sucks. I can't do this anymore. I'm just gonna be just a cyclist, hybrid athlete. I'm just gonna quit being a marathon runner. But I just accept the fact, it's part of the game. It happens in football, it happens in basketball. Broken legs, torn Achilles, runner's knee, and running marathons, IT band, hip flexor, calf strains. It's all part of the game. That's the risk that you're going to get in any sport. So just want to do a video of the progress I've been doing with this injury. Like I said last week, this is the most inconsistent training block I ever had in my year of running. So, but hey, maybe come race day, it's all gonna go well. Hope you all have a good week, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.